New Orleans, city of magic, and bourbon. We arrived with a little bit more fanfare than what I was hoping for. Mariah, fortunately, was asleep most of the night, so it was a little uncomfortable having to explain how her dad almost got arrested upon entering New Orleans. Fortunately for me, everything worked out fine. It's a shame what happened. But at the end of the day, I was right. And justice was served. When we got out, I took a peek at Mariah. Her eyes were like saucers. She was so impressed by just how beautiful this city looked. Kind of made me wish that we were there for more than just business. I'll have to remember to bring her back sometime. It smells funny.
It's called alcohol. I would have thought you'd like a place like this.
I enjoy a good glass of bourbon, but I'm pretty sure that smell isn't just alcohol.
That's for sure. Still, it's New Orleans, and we're on a street called Bourbon. You don't get all the smells of alcoholism in one place on a street like this. Pretty sure you'd need to rename the street.
Cute, kid. Real cute.
I try. So, what now? We gonna just sit here, or are we gonna go find the book and help my mom?
Hold your horses, kid. It's not like we know where to start. Or even if it's here for that matter. For all we know, that book is long gone because some magical pig man person got a little too close to it and made it go away.
I'm assuming you mean an orc? For crying out loud, Murphy. Would you learn your creatures of the shadows already? I'm assuming we'll meet a lot here after we heard on the train.
I still can't get over that. Just once, I'd like my life to be a little bit easy.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Might as well just grin and bear it.
My dad used to say that.
Yep.
I thought we had an understanding about reading my mind.
We do. But if we're going to find the book Mom was talking about, wouldn't it be smart to use my powers to read people's thoughts and find out if anyone knows anything?
First, you know what my thoughts sound like, so you can very much refrain from reading mine. Second, look around. There are so many people here, there's no way in hell you're ever going to figure out exactly who knows what. It's going to take some old-fashioned detecting. If there's anyone who knows anything about that, it's me.
Old-fashioned detecting, huh? Well, I guess you are the expert.
You guess? What do you mean, you guess?
I mean, yeah. I've only seen you in action a few times. The rest is just what the papers say. To be honest, some of your cases didn't seem that difficult to solve.
This coming from the girl who can read people's thoughts. Look, we're gonna do things my way. Your mom asked me to find the book. You're just along for the ride to make sure nothing bad happens to you.
All right, then.
Part of me felt bad for saying that to the kid, but of course, she knew what I really meant. She always knew. That kid was about as headstrong as me, and twice as smart. In time, she'd probably make a great private investigator, but right now, I needed to keep her as safe as possible. The fiasco on the train made me very much aware of the danger we were in. This place was teeming with magic. I couldn't sense it the same way that Mariah or Andrea could, but I could actually feel the pressure pushing on my body and mind. There was deep magic here, and as I learned on the train, deep magic attracts some dark individuals. So, you've never been out of Helios, right, kid?
No. Mom didn't like traveling too much. Said it was too risky and that if someone needed to locate us, it was better to remain in the city.
Unfortunately, I don't think she realized that the wrong type of people would locate her.
No, I guess she didn't.
You worried about her?
Mom has stayed alive all this time, Murphy. She's pretty good at staying alive. Despite the weird smell, there are some pretty good smells around here.
They call it Cajun cooking, kid. Pretty damn good stuff, too.
You've been here?
Not for a long time. I was more or less passing through, but I got to enjoy myself.
Do I even want to look in your mind and see if you're talking about a woman?
I wouldn't.
So where are we supposed to start looking? I doubt there isn't a big sign that screams, "This way to the magic book."
Well, I wouldn't be so sure.
There's a sign that says, "This way to..."
You're the one who said to open my mind to the world of shadows. Just so happens, I got a contact who might be able to help.
You have a contact. Here, in New Orleans, and you are just now telling me this.
Isn't it more fun when I surprise you with things like this instead of you reading my mind?
Yeah. Who's his contact?
His name is Papa Nightshade, voodoo priest of the bayou. Papa Nightshade was actually an old army buddy of mine from back in the war. Back then, he was just a kid named Clarence Underwood who had a talent for sleight-of-hand card tricks, but he swore up and down that he had a talent for real magic. If you ask me today what I thought about that claim, I would have told you he had to be the real deal. But back then, I just thought he was full of it. Wouldn't you? Before you started listening to this story, didn't you think magic was far from real? That's just what happens when you haven't peered into the darkness, I guess. Clarence set up a shop here after the war, and was actually the reason why I came here. Clarence wanted a bit of help getting his shop set up, and I was trying to figure out what the hell I wanted to do with my life. Really, I used it as an excuse to get drunk in the Big Easy for the first time. I was coming home late one night, after a big party with some other army buddies who came into town, when I got my first real taste of the shadows. I heard this weird chanting coming from the parlor where Clarence did a lot of his work. Normally, Clarence wouldn't take clients so late, but I thought that maybe some drunk came in off the streets looking to have their fortune told. And before you say it, yes, that was the position I found myself in that night. I crept towards the parlor to see these weird swirling lights coming from a bowl of purple fire. In the flames, I swore I could see screaming people begging for help and to be released. The person in front of Clarence was this hooded person who was just as calm as could be. I wasn't scared, but it definitely made me think twice about trying absinthe. Thinking that I must be hallucinating, I went to my little corner cot and slept until noon. I never gave it a second thought, and I never asked Clarence what he was doing. However, when I found out that book was in New Orleans, I knew that if anyone would have any idea where it was was Clarence.
Voodoo is a more ancient form of magic, Murphy. Incredibly volatile and unpredictable. If your friend practices the real thing, we need to be careful.
I saved his life in the war, kid. We've got nothing to worry about.
I just don't want to mess this up and get into bigger trouble.
Kid, you need to relax. You definitely got your more high-strung attitude from your mom.
I'll pretend you didn't say that.
We got to Clarence's after a short hike. From the looks of the place, he was doing all right for himself after all these years. When we went in, Clarence was already in performance mode before we even got a chance to speak. Greetings, travelers, and salutations. Welcome to the home of Papa Nightshade. I am Papa, and you have just stepped into a world of horror, magic, and wonder. What brings you to Papa's shop today? I've aged for sure, but you mean to tell me you don't remember the guy who fought off Nazis just to save your ass? Nazis? Oh my God. Charlie, is that really you, my old friend? There he is. Oh, how splendid. Why didn't you call me? I would have made arrangements to have a parade for you. No parades this time. I'm not a young man anymore, and I'm pretty sure no one wants to see my naked ass in the street. Again.
I seriously wonder how I'm related to you.
And who is this lovely flower? Papa Nightshade, allow me to introduce you to Mariah. Mariah Murphy. Mariah Murphy.
Hey, personal space guy.
My apologies. I just never thought, as much as this man chases after women, he'd never settle down with just one.
Oh, he hasn't. I'm his bastard love child from before the war.
Okay, so I think that is quite enough from you. Why don't you go grab yourself a cream soda and let me get to work?
Can I borrow some money?
Sure.
And do I really have to get a cream soda?
Just once, would you just try to act like a kid?
Just once, would you try not to act like a degenerate?
Go. Cute kid. Yeah. It's a long story, filled with sighs. You know how I do things. I'd love to hear it. Business is slow today, and I have rum. Well then, turn that sign around and I'll get you caught up to speed. I'd ask you if you were trying absinthe again, but you and I both know that I'm deeply steeped in this world of shadows, as you put it. So what are you? Elf? Goblin? I've met a lot of things. I am human, same as you, my friend. But I commune with a much older form of magic. New Orleans is ripe with it. It is one of the final resting places of the old gods. Old gods. The original leaders of the cosmic universe. They left a long time ago, but their presence and their blessings still pump in the veins of the earth. Because of this, I should be able to locate this magical book for you. It is soaked in new magic, so I won't be able to give you an exact location, but I can at least point you in the right direction. Any help you can give me, Clarence, is appreciated. Clarence didn't waste any time. In 0 seconds, he was beginning some strange ritual that I had never seen him do before. Like I said, Clarence was a showman. That's how he earned his money. But this was different. He wasn't putting on a show to get a few extra dollars. He was communing with a magical energy that felt different from when Mariah would use her own abilities. It didn't take long before the air stopped crackling and he looked up as if he had ran a marathon. The spirits of the bayou know why you are here, Charlie. Oh, they wish to help you, but But it is strange. What's going on? There are dark forces at work in the city. The bloodline, thought to be destroyed, it seeks vengeance and the crown. This person, this wandering soul, he is looking for the book. But so is another, a woman. She has looked for this book for many years and has been unable to find it. So you're saying I've got competition. How fun. Yes. But the woman, she is not cloaked in darkness. Only sadness, masked by a lifetime of practice looking happy. She could help you find this book of yours. I don't really do partners. Never works out for me. No offense, none taken. Still, the spirits tell you to follow your instincts. That if you follow your heart, you will be guided to the right place. And if my heart says, I need a drink, then you, my friend, should get a drink. I don't know who these old gods are, but I like 'em, Clarence. I'm sure you do. Still, be careful. This path you walk will take you to hell, Charlie. And it does not let people go so easily.